Cecil, it don't sound right, but there are a couple companies that operate mobile tool stores that visit machine shops and garages to deliver the tools right to the people that need them.
So what are the ones that'll do that?
So it's literally it looks like a UPS van, and I think they're all white, and the three major brands are Snap-on.
I've heard of Snap-on.
Mac, M-A-C.
I have not heard. I've heard of Mac trucks, which you're associated with.
That's M-A-C, Mac Tools.
Okay. Oh, M-A-C. Okay.
M-A-C. Yeah.
Okay.
And Matco, M-A-T-C-O, Matco.
Yeah, right.
And these trucks are loaded to the gills with tools, and they show up, and they're actually on a schedule. I know where I work, they visit our garage. I feel like it's once a week. They show up once a week, and if you need something, you go in there and you buy it. They extend you credit, and you get the tool that you need.
Now, it's probably to our listeners, some of our listeners, it may be unusual that you have to buy your own tools for your job.
Well, that's another thing that you brought up is that I wonder how many people realize that any job that you need some kind of tool, most of the time you have to provide your own toolbox with the tools in it.
So if I were to get a job on the floor working on the truck at Volvo, I would have to have a set of tools with me.
Right.
Or I'd have to go around all day trying to borrow someone's tools.
Yes.
So this is where Snap-on comes in, right?
Yeah.
Snap-on pulls the truck up to the Volvo plant, and you can go out to the truck and go into their truck showroom.
Yeah.
And there will be a salesman on there that'll be glad to help you.
And I need a ratchet. And this actually was my grandfather's. It's a Snap-on ratchet. And so if I needed a ratchet, I could go buy one, or maybe I could borrow yours, Cecil. Could I borrow your? Is there any reason why I couldn't borrow your ratchet?
I would let you borrow it.
Yeah.
I'm funny about letting people borrow tools, but we'll get back to that in just a minute.
Okay.
I would trust you borrowing tools, but now. Well, I want to get back to a couple things on that. But so if I'm a mechanic, I would have to have my own tool set, which can be expensive. I mean, you could put $1,000 or more into a basic set of tools,
right?
So you could work on trucks, and that's what Snap-on
or cars,
because if you're a mechanic or a machinist, you have to have your own tools with you.
Right.
My dad had to have his own set of tools when he started as a machinist.
And we're talking much more complicated and more expensive than a set of screwdrivers and pliers.
Yes. And Snap-on, that's where they fill that need. Now, they are very expensive tools.
Yeah, I've never been inside.
Really?
I've never gone inside the truck because there's that pressure where you go inside and you feel like you have to buy something. They've come all this way to come to there, and they probably don't want to waste time on some office dude cruising through their high dollar tools for professional mechanics just to see what they got. They probably have no patience. I just assume they have no patience for the white collar workers hanging around the truck.
Just to do a little window shopping.
Exactly.
But you've got a Snap-on wrench you could take in. And I think, because you said you've bent this one.
Well, first it's bent, so I don't know if they would warrant bent. I was pulling on something pretty stout.
And the ratchet's broken.
And the ratchet, it's a rough. It doesn't always catch.
I think Snap-on would either repair that because they have repair facilities on the trucks.
Yeah.
Or they would replace it.
I wonder. I mean, the thing is old.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I didn't buy it new.
I still think
they
would honor it.
You think?
Yeah. Like there are, if you ever get into the trades humor on like Instagram, there's an endless stream of Snap-on.
Really?
Memes, where people are spending a lot of money going on there.
The
Snap-on truck shows up, the new guy's there, gets a little excited, buys $2,000 or $3,000 worth of tools out of the gate.
Yeah.
And there's endless number of memes about that.
I'm sure there's some memes about white collar workers showing up to the Snap-on truck.
But now these are high quality tools. I mean, these are tools that you would use in industry. And I'm assuming they would come with some type of guarantee. I think Snap-on comes with a guarantee.
The hand tools, I mean, you're right. I mean, the hand tools, I don't remember the brand name Craftsman, they have a lifetime warranty in their tools. Yeah. And I brought those back and had them replaced.
I have too.
Not even repaired, just replaced.
Yeah.
So I would suspect they would. I don't know. It's just, I think it'd be a little weird for a white collar guy to go in there with his granddaddy's automotive grade ratchet and said, "Hey, can you fix this for me?" I'm sure the answer will be no.
All right, get off the truck.
And then we'll see you later.
Get out of the working man's way. Now, my dad was, if you listen to the show, worked in a machine shop, and people were very protective of their tools.
Right.
To the point that there were some pretty elaborate lock systems put on their tool cabinets.
Really?
Yeah, like to lock their stuff up at night.
Well, I mean, because they probably have expensive tools in there.
Expensive tools.
And some white collar worker cruising in there, he needs to adjust the copier. They don't want him going there rummaging through their nice tools.
And they also don't want the new guy coming and borrowing something from you and then bending it and then handing it back to you.
Yeah, here you go.
Yeah. So there were the basic sign was.
And it doesn't ratchet, by the way. Sorry about that.
The basic sign was.
Hope you didn't mind.
Don't ask to borrow my tools.
Yeah.
That was the basic.
Oh, is that right?
They were more
Don't
elaborate.
Even bother.
There was some more elaborate signs with more flowery language.
Probably can't use them on air.
Yeah, they can't use on our kid-friendly show about not borrowing tools.
Yeah.
And all the boxes locked. But like I said, some of them had built like cages around their boxes so they could really lock them down. When you have access to tools and a welder, you can build a pretty elaborate lock systems around your around your tools. Also, where my dad worked, we had a tool crib.
Right.
Where you could go and check out.
These are the company tools.
Company tools.
Right.
And like you'd go and they would issue your gloves there or your goggles.
What kind of tools were in there?
Do you
remember?
I was always over in the I can't remember what we called it now. It wasn't the tool crib, but I was on the other side of the shop where all the fasteners were, and so I was usually doing inventory on the fastener side. So I didn't go to the tool crib.
You were counting nuts and bolts, Cecil.
I was counting nuts and bolts.
Man, wow.
At Christmas, I did inventory.
This was the perfect setup for you as a pharmacist.
Yeah, counting stuff out. At Christmas, I did inventory. During the summer, I worked on the floor. And I'll get gloves and stuff from the tool crib. I don't remember, like they would have like bigger tools in there. I remember, like if you were using like the big 1.5 inch drills, or something like that, something you wouldn't have in your box.
Right.
That you could go and check those out and then bring them back.
I remember when I worked at the airplane passenger seat factory.
Oh yeah.
They have a lot of big machines that are cutting out the shapes of the seats, and out of big chunks of aluminum they machine parts down. A lot of the things that were in the tool crib were the mills, the end mills, the actual bits that had the certain shape. They were cutting out a certain shape. Those were very expensive pieces, and they wouldn't expect a machinist to own those. It's something they would buy because they wore out, have to get them refurbished. But I remember that being in the tool crib. And I mean, the tool crib was a very secure.
It was a cage.
It was a cage, and I believe whoever was working in it was locked in.
Yeah.
They couldn't get out.
Yeah. You went in, it was locked, and they had a counter. And you go up to the counter, you check out whatever you needed.
Right.
And then you'd bring it back.
Something we have now are like mini tool vending machines.
On the floor?
Well, in our garage. We don't have a factory floor where I work, but we have big garage. We have 27 garage bays. But outside we have it's a vending machine, and you use your company card, and if you need like gaffing tape. But they have drills in there, and they have bits.
Right.
So if you need some of those, I guess it's the kind of the replacement for the tool crib. I don't know if you turn those back in. I don't think you do. I think you get charged for those.
Who supplies those?
Fastenal. You've heard of Fastenal, right?
Yeah, I do.
You buy them?
Yeah. That's very similar to what we do in hospitals. We have machines on the floor that are filled with medications, and you scan in, and you can sign out medication for a particular patient.
Okay.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know they were doing that in the automotive industry.
I wonder if there's eventually going to be a merger between the the fastener industry and the pharmaceutical industry, because we're just doing a lot of the same things, right? We're using vending machines that count out bits for people.
That's really fascinating. I didn't know, because I guess you have to put in like the project number.
Yeah.
So you know what project it's going to.
Yeah. It's a relatively new thing that they've had.
The other thing that's interesting about Matco Snap-on Mac is that there is, and again, if you're not, I'm not in the trades.
Yeah.
But if you are, I know this a little bit from being trade adjacent.
Right.
There is like a social structure to tools.
Ah, no, I did not know this.
I mean, that rivals high school dress code. Like,
really?
You know, like in the 80s, you had to, everybody had to have an Azad.
Yeah.
But they're like, so the big thing, like if you were a machinist, is you had a Kennedy box. And these are collectibles now, but Kennedy box, a Kennedy toolbox, machinist box, had all the drawers in there for your micrometers and your all your gauge blocks and everything. But you wanted to, if you were going to be a machinist, you wanted to make sure you had a Kennedy box. You just didn't roll up in there with any old toolbox.
You didn't show up with your Cobalt box.
And the same thing, like if you're on a job site and it's a Cobalt job site, you know, everybody thinks Cobalt's cool, and you go in there with DeWalt.
Right. You're out.
Yeah. So there's a hierarchy to these things.
I was speaking to my. Well, I won't reveal his identity.
Okay.
But he buys Rigid tools.
Right.
Rigid is the Home Depot brand.
Yep.
And he says the reason I do that is that no one else buys these. And so they can't steal my batteries because they're not interchangeable. And if they did, I would see it immediately because no one has Rigid tools. So he buys, and they also, believe it or not, these also have lifetime warranties. These Rigid power tools have lifetime warranties.
Right.
I can wear me out some power tools.
Yeah. Now I think the other thing that probably young guys on the job site have a hard time learning is only buy the tool you need.
Okay.
Like you go get on the Snap-on truck. You see all those chrome shiny tools.
They are very shiny, and they look solid.
But my dad always told me, only buy the tool you need for the job at that time.
Right.
So then you don't end up with a lot of tools.
Because the temptation is to buy the tool you think you're going to need.
Right.
Oh, I think I'm going to need that.
But I can see where I would get carried away. Like if I would get carried away on a Snap-on truck.
Yeah, I mean, if I go in there with this.
Yeah. You're coming out with something else.
I'm coming out with something else. And this funny thing is, Cecil, I don't know, I've kind of reached the point in my life where I've been thinking about tools and replacing tools or acquiring a new tool. And I'm almost done the Scout in terms of all the major metal work and body work. Now it's just putting back together with simple tools. I'm at the point now where I'm starting to think where I'm probably never going to need that tool again.
Yeah.
Or I probably don't need it because I'm done all this heavy lifting from all the heavy metal work. I don't need to buy that 1-inch wide belt sander.
Right.
Or deburr.
I've got stuff in the toolbox right now that I bought for specific cars.
Yeah.
And I'm never going to use it again.
Right. Yeah. What do you do with it?
What do you do with it? And some of it's come back around now that I'm working on the 61 because like I have a timing light, and now I need a timing light.
Yes.
To set the timing, but. There's tools that I will never use again, like certain sockets and things that aren't going to fit any other car.
What tool in the Snap-on truck should I buy, Cecil, that I'm not going to need? What do you think is the most likely tool?
That you would buy?
No, let's just go with the young guy who's about to go onto the truck.
Yeah.
And he's starting to add to his collection. And,
is he starting his collection or is he adding to his collection?
He's adding to his collection. But he just has the basic stuff. If he's fresh out of school, what do you think he's going to get with the anticipation of needing it, but it's really just a shiny piece of metal?
I think he's going to get a set of something.
Ah, yes, I can see the set.
So either he's going to get a socket set. Yeah. Like here's what's going to happen. Let's say he's got a basic socket set.
Right.
He's got the ratchet and a basic standard and basic metric set.
He's probably got the 12-point.
Yes.
But he really needs a 6-point.
Yeah. So right. So right. He needs a 6-point, or He needs the deep sockets.
Okay.
So he's going to get a deep socket set.
But wait, is it for a ratchet or an impact? For an impact.
Right. There you go. So now you've got to decide. So he's got the hand tool, he's got the ratchet set, and now he wants the impact set.
Right.
So he's walking off with a set of something.
In reality, he really just needed a 9/16 deep socket.
Yeah.
And he could either leave that Snap-on truck with a 9/16 in a big set for $150, or he could buy the 1/9/16, the individual one, for say $25.
Do you think they would sell him an individual socket?
Sure. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think
that's what he should buy.
I think that's what I think. Oh, and that's where they get you.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, I can get one for 25, or I can get 12 for 150. Well, it's a no-brainer. Yeah, in fact, I should get the deep. I should get the metric and the standard in the deep set.
Right. He should just buy the one socket, in my logic, or maybe buy two of the same. Like a 10 millimeter, he should buy 5 of those because he's going to lose them all the time. But he's going to walk out with a set of something, or he's going to show him a set of wrenches.
Oh, to go with it.
Yeah. And he's going to be like, oh man, now I've got a set of wrenches.
Right. Yeah. And that young person is you and me.
Oh, 100%.
In our 20s.
Yes. If I had access to a Snap-on truck. Because like you said, they'll send you credit.
Right, you don't have to pay on the spot. Yeah. You have an account.
So now you're like working for the company store. Now you're just working to pay off your Snap-on.
Right, because you have a tool payment.
Yes.
And that tool payment grows and grows and grows. And I can promise you the interest rate is not favorable.
And if you don't have a cool toolbox, Snap-on will sell you a cool toolbox.
They have a good toolbox, yeah.
To put all your tools in. And then you want the one that rolls around too, so you buy the base unit.
Right.
So you can roll your toolbox around on the base unit.
And you've bought a box so big, there are empty drawers, and that's a shame.
You got to fill those up. Yeah, it like people think that like going into a makeup store like Ulta or something like that is it's the same thing as going onto a Snap-on truck for a young guy working in the shop.
Yeah.
Same sort of thing.
Well, I guess I don't know what the experience of the typical teenager, 20-something going into Ulta. I have to ask my daughters about going into Ulta. Is that?
I go into Ulta with my 15-year-old, and it's like a big candy shop. It's like a big candy store.
Is it fun for her?
Oh yeah. It's like all this shiny stuff in there to buy. That's the same thing. Like whatever your thing is, and whatever your store lights you up like a candy store.
Yes.
That's what a Snap-on truck is. It's just a big candy store for guys that are working in the trade.
And I imagine there's a couple of our listeners that don't realize that that's been going on.
Yeah.
But I bet you've seen the truck.
Yeah, you've probably seen the truck. You've probably seen the Matco truck or the Snap-on truck, definitely.
Yeah.
They're around.
So I'm going to introduce to you a term.
Yeah.
It's called the Baader-Meinhof Effect. The Baader-Meinhof Effect.
B-A-D-E-R?
B-A-D-E-R, Meinhof.
Okay.
All right. And this is the effect where you have not seen this before, but now that you've mentioned it, you're going to see them all over the place.
I'll see 10 this week.
So our listeners, the Baader-Meinhof Effect, hopefully you've learned that. My sister-in-law, we talked about that a lot. Mm-hmm. The Baader-Meinhof Effect. Now you're going to see Snap-on, Mac, and Matco white tool trucks.
All right.
At least you're going to see one of them before you listen to us next week.
All right. Well, I think we've talked this together. If you get a chance to get on a Snap-on truck, spend $2,000 or $3,000, support the local economy.
At a minimum, you're going to see one. If this is your first time watching or listening, we want to welcome you. We hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, leave us a comment. We love to hear from you. For those longtime listeners or viewers, thank you for being with us all that time. If you are driving around as you listen, in the next 30 seconds, you're going to see a Snap-on, a Mac, or a Matco tool truck. And you'll know what it is. It looks like a big bread truck, but it's super low because it's weighed down with thousands and thousands of pounds of tools.
Expensive tools. All right, Down Soundrise production of TSR Podcast in conjunction with Kansas City Studios. Peter and I are your co-hosts and your sound engineers and video editors. Giorgio tests your merchandise. Brent is your international brand ambassador. And as always, listener number one is
Scott.
So until next week, keep talking.
And stay curious.